Pope Francis's interview is a man who never lacks an opinion. Bill Donohue, president of the powerful Catholic League. Thank you for being here.
Well, thank you for having me.
So, the first simple question. Do you agree with the shift in focus that the Pope is outlining?
I do. This Pope is a reformer, but he's not a revolutionary. People on the left and the right are exaggerating what he's doing. Look, the Catholic Church is a wounded warrior. We know that the church has created some of its own problems. Some of the problems have been externally created. He says the church is a field hospital. He gives the metaphor of taking care of the wounded. You don't go up to the wounded and say, let's see, you might have a high cholesterol rate. That's exactly what the Pope said in his letter, or in his interview. Well, that's true. You get down to basics. The Catholic Church is not about homosexuality, abortion, the poor, or the environment. It's about salvation. And people are tied up in these little micro issues on the left and the right, and we've lost the focus of what the Catholic Church should be about. It's a change in tone, it's a change in style, but there's not a doctrinal change in substance. That's also should be noted.
I feel like this may count as the Pope's first miracle, because to hear you saying these things is going to be very shocking, because it really sounds like you're one of the people he's sending this message to be fair, Mr. Donohue, isn't it? I mean, you have bashed on these issues for years and years, most infamously recently, saying that the church had a homosexual problem, not a pedophile problem. I mean, really incendiary, flagrant, divisive stuff.
See, Chris, let me just say that.
So I'm just saying, are you saying you won't do that anymore?
Well, no, I will always tell the truth. If 81% of the victims are male and 100% of the victimizers are male, right, and if 78% of the victims are post-pubescent, the word of the English language is not pedophilia. It's called homosexuality.
No, it would be called.
It
would be called ephebophilia. That is when you attack people who are in their teens.
It's not a clinical term. That's a made-up term to make people feel good.
You know very well you cannot find a pedophile in any prison anywhere who will say that they're homosexual. It's never been about homosexuality. It's been about criminals and wrong acts. And this is your chance to say you won't do it anymore. The Pope is asking you to.
When men have sex with adolescent men, it's called homosexuality. It is not pedophilia. John Jay College of Criminal Justice is not a conservative right-wing organization. Less than 5% of the priests involved in molestation are pedophiles. I will never stop telling the truth, and the Pope never said we should either. I'm against gay bashing. To say that because you're gay, you're going to be a molester.
That is exactly what it sounds like.
No. If most of the molesters are gay, that is true. It is not true that most gay priests are molesters. That is a gay-bashing comment. People have to make critical distinctions. I have nothing against gay people any more than I do against straight people. I do have against molesters. Whether they be straight or gay makes no difference to me, but I'm not going to lie about the figures. What I just said about the figures is absolutely true. It's not negotiable.
Well, but that's the problem, isn't it? Because there's so many who would say not only is it negotiable, but it's irrational, what you're saying, because you have so many people.
Explain it to John Jay, then. They just made it up, I guess. Do you think I made up those figures, Chris?
I think you're parsing them. I think you're cherry-picking them. And I think that the most important part is your motivation. You just heard what the Pope said.
The Pope didn't
Why
say
wouldn't you try to move past this parsing rhetoric and try to be what your church is supposed to be about?
This is the problem with the left. They're trying to take what he says and then run with it, like the New York Times said the bishops are on the defensive now because they're concerned about abortion, contraception, and gay rights or gay marriage. No. The Obama administration is the one who's foisting this on the bishops. The bishops are reacting, and they will continue. There's nothing that Pope Francis has said that would give any relief to these people who are saying all of a sudden now the conservatives should shut up. We're not going to shut up because we're in constant